Talk about adhering to a formula. Sly 3 differs from Sly 2 in only a couple very small ways. The adage "stick with what works" definitely applies here because the game is still great fun even though it really is just Band of Thieves all over again. The problem is, stick with what works can often turn into stuck with what works. Sly 3 comes off as just a tad stale because it does almost nothing new. While Band of Thieves saw some great and innovative improvements of the first game, Sly 3 chooses to stand in its older brother's shadow. That's not necessarily a bad thing. The effortless sandbox platforming is still pure joy and the icon-triggered missions are still great fun. More of the same but different is basically what Sly 3 delivers, and sometimes that's exactly what we want. Who says every sequel has to be a huge departure from the previous game? Look at Jak 2 and the huge culture shock that brought about. No, sometimes a game is so fun that we just want a sequel to give us more of the same. Sly 3 does this, but makes it even bigger and better. The platforming, the missions, the characters, and the story have somehow managed to become more engrossing and more entertaining. While the graphics haven't undergone any real improvements outside of some funky special effects for attack combos, they don't really need to be improved because the whole idea is that this is a cartoon. The sight distance is pretty darn impressive, however. The heights you are able to reach in this game enable you to look down on immense landscapes. And not only that, but when you can whip out your paraglider and go wherever you can see for the most part, it's incredible. We've come a long way since the days of Sly 1 when only Sly's immediate environment was drawn in and all else was lost in the shadow. Bottom line is, you can't go wrong with Sly 3 if you like action platformers. Although Sly is supposed to be about stealth, the real star of the show is the platforming through wide open environments and a variety in the missions. You'd be missing out in a big way if you decided to pass up this third installment in the excellent Sly series. And it falls at 84 on our list. Share your memories in the comments and thanks for watching.